This is Farmer Ray from the IDEA Edgemere Farm. Welcome to another IDEA Farm program how-to video. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about how to tell the difference between annual plants and perennial plants. So come with me and we'll take a look. You may be wondering why it's so important to know the difference between an annual and a perennial plant. Take this Texas sagebush for example. This shrub will lose all of its leaves in the fall, leaving you with what looks like a skeleton of the plant. If you don't realize this is a perennial that will continue to grow again in spring, you may be tempted to remove it and plant something else. In the same way, if you have an annual plant growing and you would like to see the same plant again next year, you might not realize that you'll need to start again from seed in the spring unless you know that it's an annual. In this way, knowing the difference between annuals and perennials helps us with planning and management in our yards, gardens, and landscapes. Here I am out in the field at the Edgemere farm, and I'm surrounded by a variety of crop plants that look very different from each other. They do have one main thing in common. These are all annual plants. Annual plants are plants that can complete their entire life cycle within the course of one growing season. That means that you'll start by planting seeds into the soil, you'll grow the plant into a leafy plant that will finally produce flowers and seeds of its own, which can be used to continue the next generation. So on my left right here, I have this arugula plant. It started out with only leafy greens, it produces flowers, and now it has these seed pods on the plant with seeds inside that I can harvest, collect, and use to plant next year. Behind me here we have some examples of perennial plants. This is a Palo Verde tree, and you can see it has leaves, flowers, and even small seed pods that are starting to develop on it. Once the fall comes, it will shed these plant parts and go through a dormant stage. However, when spring comes again, it will start to produce new leaves, new flowers, new seeds, and the woody portion of the tree will grow even larger. All of the plants that have woody growth are perennials, but not all perennials have woody growth. So with annuals, you will only find herbaceous plants. That means that no annuals have woody growth. Perennials can grow either way. So in order to differentiate between annuals and perennials, you have to ask yourself, after this plant goes through dormancy or dies back, will it return on its own come springtime? Or do you have to plant a seed in order to start the life cycle over again? After looking at our annual crop plants, our perennial grass, and our perennial Palo Verde tree, I hope that we all understand the main differences between annual and perennial plants. As an exercise, you can go through your yard and try and identify which plants there are annuals and which are perennials. Your main clue will be, will I have to start over from seed in order to see this plant growing next year? Thank you all for joining me, and look out for the next IDEA Farm program how-to video.